Okay, guys. So I'm reading from Rajni Sharma Fruitarian on Facebook. If you guys can see that, I don't believe. I don't belong to any groups. I don't think on Facebook. I use Facebook. The only reason I use Facebook is for marketplace because I buy a lot of tools and stuff off there. And I sell my shit off there. And I'm trying to get away from that. But, these are the things, these are the types of posts that pop up on my Facebook when I get on it, which is usually all good stuff, you know what I mean? But like this, she's a fruitarian. Whoever this is a fruitarian. I don't subscribe to any of that shit, guys. This bitch just labeled herself fruitarian. So what? Her whole life is centered around worshiping fruit? What the fuck? I mean, that is such a sick mind to me. They can't even see. But anyways, I'm looking at this whole fruit thing and this whole raw food thing that I'm doing as just a means to reclaim it, to fix myself and heal as medicine. And I just, for some reason, see it as being necessary for myself right now in the physical. The means by which I will be able to wean myself off of all the necessity for all of it, even the fruit. But on our journeys, of course, transitioning from a processed or chemical or boxed or fast food or sugar food or whatever else, the shit you buy at the grocery store, and onto a raw whole foods diet is very powerful. And for people who are mocking and the animal sacrificers who are saying, that fruit has sugar and all these other things and plants have feelings and all these other things, right? To keep you away from taking these necessary steps to clean yourself out and quit participating in animal slaughter, in animal sacrifice, in all these fucking disgusting Luciferian behaviors in traditions that we have been stuck in and we give excuses for. So the way I see it physically, there's a process of weaning off, and the fruit and raw foods thing is definitely one of the most powerful physical things that you can do to alleviate and start healing. Okay, so I'm going to read this. Fruit is not sugar. Fruit is made by nature. Sugar is made by man. One is perfection. One is processed. Processed sugar poisons healthy cells. Fruit doesn't make you sick and overweight. It exposes how sick and overweight you are. Your sweet tooth is your body communicating to you through its biological messaging system that it requires simple sugars, aka fruit, the perfect human food. Fruit is the only food on the planet that wants to be eaten. It is the original fast food. Just peel and eat. There is only one superfood: fresh, ripe, raw, organic fruit. Fruit sugar will not make you fat, cause diabetes, or feed cancer cells. The exact opposite is true. Fruit is the primary food we are anatomically designed to eat. The sugars provide fuel to every cell in our body to produce energy. Physiologically, anatomically, biologically, and instinctually, you are a fruit eater. Fruit is to your body what gasoline is to a car, fuel for your cells. Again, no, I don't think that at all. I think that's a bunch of fucking horseshit that keeps you caught up in the matrix and in this physical fucking, cell that we're stuck in. I think that fruit is there possibly to maybe be enjoyed, maybe occasion, like on a rare occasion, just for an experience of it, right? Maybe for the whole symbiotic thing, maybe, but as needing it for fuel for your cells and you can't operate without it. No, I don't think any of that's true. I don't think any of it's true. I know from the knowledge I have of what a cell is, a completely autonomous thing, and we all came from one zygote cell that recreated itself to every fucking part of our body, trillions of different cells that formed into heart, lungs, fucking kidney, spleen, brain, everything else. Come on, guys. Oh, we need fruit. Yeah, like we need fucking animal meat. Restricting yourself from eating fruit because it has sugar in it is like restricting yourself from breathing air because it has nitrogen in it. The day you stop seeing fruit as a snack or dessert, but as a meal, is the day your health will change forever. Fruit isn't bad for you, sugar is. Fruit brings health, sugar brings addiction. Fruit is living, sugar is dead. Fruit exposes problems, sugar creates them. Fruit hydrates the body, sugar dehydrates the body. And that, I think, is one of the most important points, the hydration. I think that's all we're supposed to even get out of any kind of consumption that comes through our mouth is hydration. That's it. Fruit is, and I don't think we're supposed to be drinking water. I think whatever hydration we need comes from fruit. That's where I'm at now. I may be wrong, but that's what makes sense to me and what everything has led up to me so far. Fruit is bioavailable. Sugar gets stored. Fruit heals disease, and which is interesting. Fruit is bioavailable, meaning it's called upon as needed, whereas sugar gets stored. Fruit heals disease, sugar fuels disease. Fruit is created by nature, sugar is made by man. Fruits are a whole food, sugar is isolated chemistry. Exactly, yeah, that's important too. Fruits are a whole food, whereas sugar is just isolated chemistry in a lab. One is perfection, one is processed. Fruit is not sugar. Let's stop comparing the incomparable. And these are just some common sense facts. I mean, you can't dispute any of that, but these meat eaters that's the first thing that falls out of their face is that, oh, you eat all that sugar. I eat meat. I don't need any sugar. And do you see where that arrogant ignorance comes from? And the only reason these fucking meat eaters or anybody who switches to a carnivore diet feels like a young person again and their skin is glowing and everything's perfect is because you are obviously feeding the parasites that were begging you and telling you, look, cocksucker, this is what we desire, this is what you're going to feed us, otherwise we're giving you dry skin, acne, your hair's going to fall out, and you're going to fucking walk with a fucking hunch, and you're not going to have any energy. Now, you feed us fucking animal parts all day, every day, and I'll tell you what, we will give you the most beautiful looking skin and make you fucking just put the most beautiful mask on you until, you know, you're 80 years old, and then all of a sudden we'll take it off and you're fucking dead inside and fucking cobwebbed, right? That's the way I see it. And one other thing I wanted to add to this, and this comes from something called the conversation. If sugar is so bad for us, why is the sugar in fruit okay? And I'm not going to get into the whole thing. I just want to point out a couple things in here. You know, there's so much. It really is. You have to break it down. But you know, it's completely different. But I wanted to get to the. Sorry, give me. Well, it's not even there anymore. Can't find it. But yeah, just all coming back to sorry guys, give me just a second. I've been trying to put this together for a while in my head, and I had it just a minute ago and now it's gone. But basically it was about how I think what it is it's the hydration aspect. I don't think it has anything to do with the food. I think it's all hydration. Once we're cleaned out. You know, if we have parasites and everything that's living inside of us, feeding off things that is poisoning us, obviously, you know, we need to treat, which is what I'm doing, using food as medicine, right? As you're weaning yourself off and cleaning this vessel out and preparing it for the spiritual occupation, right? Let's say. But I think that's why the juicing was so powerful, because it eliminated all the fiber, all the organisms. It eliminates everything and just hydrates you. And that's where I really seem to have a huge clearing out. I mean, 125 days on juicing, in the last 2 months of it, every shit I took was just that clear liquid floating at the top of the toilet. I mean, it was shit, but it was clear liquid, like an oil type of liquid at the top of the toilet bowl. That just, and I mean, nothing else. Since I quit juicing, it quit coming out of me. Maybe it all came out, I don't know. But I still drink a lot of juice, but I think that's why the juicing's such an important part of the aspect of the physical aspect of healing in this journey, because it really gives your system a break from having to break down the fibers and all of the stuff that comes in the food that gives it sustenance, or gives it and you're stuck with just the hydrating aspect of it. So now your cells are able to renew itself. You're not putting any new poisons in. You're keeping yourself hydrated, because I'll tell you one thing, if you haven't experienced yet, when these things attack, or they spit out their poison, or whatever they do when you get sick, one of the first things that happens is you dry up right here, like your spleen and your liver dry up so bad, and you feel yourself crouching over, and it feels like you're being dried, like someone stuck a needle in there and is taking out all of the hydration, and it's just drying up, and it's like becoming like this dust. That's what it literally feels like inside. And so I really think that's what we're doing, is we're hydrating ourselves. And if we can hydrate ourselves, and not with water, with fruit juice, and allow our bodies to have that break from the constant influx of poisons, and the breaking down of animal flesh. Animal flesh, you have to have the parasitical worms inside your digestive tract in order to eat meat, any kind of meat. Your body cannot process cooked animal flesh, period. It can't. Your body cannot process it. It gets stuck, and you will die of sepsis, or whatever it's called, of poisoning, because it will sit in your system and it will become poisonous, and you'll die. So you have to have those worms, those parasites in your digestive tract that are meant to break that down. Now, if you have those worms in your digestive tract and you're constantly craving meat, why the fuck do you think you're constantly craving meat? Well, because you introduced the worms into your diet. But I gotta have the worms digest the meat that I'm eating in order to get my nutrition. Oh my God, you guys, that shit is fucking bonkers, man. And man, anybody who's thinking in circles like that is a sick person. You are a sick person, and you need to stop your insanity, and you need to start getting some. Let me pull it up real quick. One more. This is an awesome point that goes right in line with what I was just saying. If I can find it. Okay. I'll end it there. I have so many fucking points I want to get across, and they're just fundamental, foundational points that will, if you can get to the depth of what I'm trying to say, you can prevent yourself from constantly getting caught up in narratives and scripts and rabbit holes and bullshit and all of that stuff. We just got to get this foundation straight, and we got to quit playing these games like, oh, there's truth everywhere out there, and everybody's got their own truth, and everybody's got their own answers, and everybody's got their own way, and everybody's got their own opinions, and everybody's right, and everybody's good, and everybody's